on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509. Kyle 13th coming at you again today, you guys. And I hope you all out there, whether you're a new subscriber, old subscriber, or just a casual passerby, you guys had a great weekend, because I know I did. Well, actually, my weekend was kind of weird because I did one of those things with my wife and a bunch of our friends, and we took a little adventure. We went to a small town, and we kind of just take over that town for the day, and then we just kind of have a blast. We kind of took over a bar and, just had a great time. We also went to a karaoke bar, and there's a lot of people singing, and then usually once my wife starts singing, usually a lot of people start sitting down and start making requests for songs for her to sing, because my wife's an awesome singer. Y'all know her. Y'all love her. Angelina. She's awesome. Diva de los Muertos, of course. So we kind of did that this weekend. So now we're back to the grind. Sunday was just kind of sit back and relax. And it was raining anyway, so I couldn't do anything anyway. So here we are, Monday, you guys. I'm going to rock and roll, finally, a mask review, you guys. One I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I wanted to do other ones, but I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and wrap this up and then into a nice, pretty little bow. And then we can send it off to the atmosphere, and you guys can just enjoy them all together. And yes, I am talking about Universal Monsters, you guys. You've seen my Frankenstein. You've seen my Wolfman. You've seen my Creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, what could I be coming up with? And that is going to be The Mummy. And I mean, Imhotep. And this is not the one with Brendan Fraser, even though I love that movie too. But this one is amazing, you guys. So this is Imhotep from the original Mummy, played by Boris Karloff. Also, the guy who played Frankenstein. So that's super awesome. And I definitely had to go ahead and get this mask. You don't actually see this one in the movie for very long. Then he kind of becomes the almost normal looking guy with the fez. I just can't bring myself to buy that mask, you guys, because I always like this look a lot better. I understand it the way it's supposed to go, but I don't know. I've always liked this better than the one with the fez. So I mean, I think this is just where it's going to end for me as far as the Mummy. But I've said that a million times about a million other masks, so I'm going to go ahead and just quit talking, because obviously I might buy it someday. So kind of going over this. This is a Trick or Treat Studios mask, you guys. So I do not work for Trick or Treat Studios. So, I'm going to call them out on their bullshit, and I'm going to praise them on their great stuff, because this is a non-biased review, you guys. So here's the ticket for The Mummy. As you can see, it says, It Comes to Life. Carl something presents Karloff, The Uncanny, The Mummy, Universal Pictures. So if you didn't get a good look at that, if you don't know how to care for a latex mask, there's some tips in there. And then Trick or Treat Studios, you guys. This mask was sculpted by Peter Murphy, and I do have to say he did a phenomenal job, because I think he nailed the look of this. Here and there, this could have used a little bit darker of paint. Like, I think the nose is kind of a little bit darker in the movie, but don't quote me. It's been a little bit since I watched it. Me and Angelina, I'm trying to catch Angelina up on these movies, but it's slow going because, there's a million other things we want to watch. But let's go ahead and take a look at this close up. Get these details in here. This is one of those masks that it has sculpting marks in it, but I feel like it helps it out. It's not going to be something that hurts it this time. I think it actually adds a lot of detail to this mask. Looking at all those wrinkles and all the stroke marks with the kind of like clay knife or sculpting knife, whatever you want to call it. But it really gets in some deep detail here around the mouth. Got the nice wrinkles on the forehead, and you can kind of see the hair all slicked back, and probably how they pressed it down and then painted it, like for the actual movie. Got the slit up the back, so this will fit up bigger heads. Got the ears, you guys. Honestly, I think the sculpt, I'm looking at the profile here in my memory of this movie. I think they absolutely nailed this mask. And for something that's not in the movie that long, so it's kind of hard to nail a mask that you probably don't have as many views of. So as you can see on the neck here, it does have his mummy wrappings. So they did have to sculpt kind of the mummy wrappings a little bit. So I always kind of like it when they have to sculpt cloth a little bit, because you get to see how they go about it. I really love it when they do burlap a little bit. Because looking at it, the Dr. Decker mask, they actually kill that mask. It looks great. I would love it to be burlap legitly, but if this is how I have to get it, I really think they do crush it. So as far as profile sculpting, you guys, I don't have a complaint. I really think this thing looks great. As far as with the paint job, I think the whole thing overall looks good. I think we just need some darker tones here and there, and I think that would really bring out a lot to this mask. And I think overall, I mean, I can't really have a bad complaint about the paint. But I definitely think that with some darker tones, this mask would pop even better. I know the other one, I feel like with the Fez has a little bit darker tones in it. But like I said, this is the one I wanted. So this is my Mummy. This is my emo tip whenever I think about the Mummy, which is probably just really childish. But what can I say? I'm just a horror YouTuber. So like I said, let's go ahead and get into the, I mean, the hair on this is perfect, you know, not a complaint in the world. It's perfectly stuffed and whatnot. Just kidding. So let's go ahead and actually, you know, now that I've talked about it a little bit, kind of gets a little bit closer up on those details. As you can see the eyes, there's no eyes in there, so my eyes will fill it up, but it's kind of squinty, so it's really hard to kind of see out of this mask. Kind of almost like maybe a cut on his face here. I just love the detail around his mouth. I really think they absolutely knocked out of the park. Just the front profile part is just amazing. And then we got the sides here. I just love this thing. So let me go ahead and try this bad boy on. Let's see what the fit is all about. And here it comes, you guys. I don't think I'm going to be a chubby Mummy. I don't think that's going to happen because this mask seems kind of big. So we'll see. I don't know if that sound came across very well. Just get a good look at it. It's really big, bigger than I was expecting. I still like it. Yeah, so as far as fit goes, this is actually a little bit bigger of a mask, which I think is kind of weird. I mean, the Wolfman one was really small. The Frankenstein one on me was very fitted. Yeah, the Creature from the Black Lagoon was a big mask as well, but this is actually a lot bigger than I was expecting. I feel like just being a kind of a normal normal human's head, I figured it would probably be a little more fitted. But obviously they're probably trying to make them a little bigger so, you know, more people could wear them. So I'm going to say this mask is a little big for my liking. But I mean, overall, I really can't make a huge complaint about it because it still is a great mask. I don't feel like it gave me that bubble head look. I mean, let me know down in the comments what you think with it when I had it on. But I feel like it still fit my body profile pretty good. And like the eyes being the way they are, it's a little bit hard to see, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So definitely really good. The lips are sealed closed, which is my favorite, but I still didn't have an issue with breathing, which is good. I know that's kind of a thing with the Myers mask. They cut it so you can breathe, but who needs to breathe if you're looking rad? It is what it is. But I know screen accuracy with the Myers mask, so it is what it is. But honestly, my biggest complaint about this mask is how big it was. I really think that this could have been a lot smaller. But going kind of back over my points, I mean, I think the sculpting is amazing. I think the profile, the capturing of the movie, they absolutely nailed this. The paint, I am absolutely in love with it. I think it looks amazing. It gives it that really old, like if I blew on it, dust would come off of it or whatever is actually on it kind of thing. I think they nailed it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this mask. And I can't say. I think that's a hit, a 4-time hitter for this Universal Monster masks. My Frankenstein, my Wolfman, my Creature from the Black Lagoon, and now my Mummy, my Emotep. I think this is an absolute hit series, you guys. As far as like Trick or Treat Studios masks, I really don't think there's a bad one in the bunch. Of course, I don't really want the Emotep one, and there's still a few more I can get. It's just, you know, I gotta get the desire for it. You know, I'm probably gonna get it, and this is just the way I go about it. So I'm going to go ahead and give this mask, because my only complaint is the size and everything else is pretty perfect. I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 8 out of 10. I really think this is a solid mask, and I highly recommend it if you are a fan of the Mummy or Universal Monsters in general. Like, if you just want one from each kind of monster, definitely this would be the one I would pick. But the other one with the Fez is there too. There is a Bella Lugosi mask they made years ago. I was really hoping they would kind of upgrade it and, like, bring it to, their newer standards, but I might have to break and buy it because I need a Dracula. I need a Dracula, you guys. So, for me, the Emotep mask, the one without the fez, 8 out of 10. I don't have any problems in the world giving it that. I think it's definitely a solid. And that's going to do it for my review of this mask, you guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think of it. Go ahead and give you another solid look at this mask. And definitely, I highly recommend these masks. And if you haven't seen my other Universal Monster masks, definitely check out those reviews. Since I did the mask, the figure's coming up next, so that'll probably be my next video unless something comes up crazy. But I think I'm getting really close to my 300 videos, so I think that might have to come first. I'd have to see what's it gonna be about. So, well, I know what it's gonna be about, but I gotta see if 300 is next, then obviously the figure's not gonna be next. So, I guess I'll find out. So that's gonna do it for me. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle the 13th, signing out. Just until next time, you guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer, and you guys have a killer day. I'm pretty sure you earned it. If you're done with work for the day, you earned it. That's just the way it goes. Gotta love Universal Monsters, and I think they nailed it out, hit it out of the park. They're getting so much love with all these masks and all these figures. It's about time they had a resurgence, and they earned it. Stay bloody, my friends.